Business in the 217 on the WMAY morning news feed. Let's talk about pet grooming and Ashley's at-home grooming. Ashley Sims joins us here on the WMAY morning news feed. I'm Greg Bishop. Ashley, thanks for taking time. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Absolutely. So tell us about Ashley's at-home grooming.
Well, I started about 6 years ago. I have been at my current location for over a year and a half now. I do quality dog grooming, specifically tailored to each individual pet that comes in. I do groom only dogs, but I try to have a really nice, enjoyable experience with each pet that comes in.
So do the dogs tell you what they want, or?
Yes and no. Mostly I try to be very communicative with the owners and figure out what they're looking for. Sometimes, they kind of have to go shorter than the owners want to sometimes if their coat isn't in great condition. But I really try to do what the owner wants for the pet. A lot of them like it fluffy. Some like it short too. So we do whatever you need to be done.
Ashley, how did you get involved in pet grooming?
So I actually applied at PetSmart in 2012 or 2011, one of the years, as a cashier. And they asked me if I would want to be a bather. So of course I said yes. I've always had a huge love for pets. Then after a while of being there, they sent me to school and paid for schooling for dog grooming. So that's kind of how it started. And then when I had my first son, he was actually the reason why I opened my business so I could spend more time with him.
It's a pretty incredible story. Having a passion for pets, not really knowing quite what to do, going and working for a large retailer, and they're helping you get more knowledge and doing what now as an entrepreneur, you decided to jump in that big world of other businesses and take it on. Now you do at-home pet grooming. We're talking with Ashley Sims here on Business in the 217 on the WMAY morning news feed. So when it comes to the grooming, is it just the dog's hair, or do you also focus on nails? And I know that there's also some things like ear hair and stuff like that that sometimes groomers deal with.
Yeah. So grooming doesn't just entail hair. Like you said, it does entail having nails done, even just regular bathing. We do pluck the ears when there's a lot of hair in there just to kind of help prevent ear infections. And then, so I have clients that come in just for nails. I have clients that come in just for baths. And then, of course, the haircut is definitely a main aspect of grooming.
Do you take care of a lot of show dogs?
I do not. I definitely am just a pet groomer. I have had dogs that are in the show ring come in here, but that is something that would take a whole day to do for just one dog. There's a lot entailed with show grooming.
I would imagine. And just like watching I know it's completely fictitious, but like the show, you can really see how meticulous the judges are. Yes. Let alone the owners of those show dogs. So you're there just for the regular pet owner who's looking to make sure that their dog's got a nice, good summer coat, or even heading into the winter, making sure that they're fit and ready to go, and getting their nails and their ears taken care of. These types of things, of course, very important when it comes to your pet's comfort. But also, I would imagine that there's a cleanliness aspect to it too, right? Because sometimes pets shed a lot. How does grooming help keep that from happening?
So regular grooming actually really helps with your double coated breeds that shed a lot. The bathing, we use a shed control shampoo and conditioner here that helps release that dead coat, helps pull it out. And then we have these magical wands. They're called force dryers, and it really helps blow the coat out. So there is some days that you could walk in here and it's quite literally snowing with hair. But that helps keep the coat from getting impacted. That can kind of mimic matting, and it can be painful for the dog and releasing that dead coat to have a nice, healthy coat.
It's just some things to think about, the importance of grooming. Ashley, for people listening, for people watching, tell us where they can find you.
I am located at 3351 South 6th Street Road, suite number 5. I am south of the Curve Inn in the White Strip Mall.
Ashley Sims, she is Ashley's at-home grooming, getting your pets looking their best, and right here with Business in the 217. All right, before we go, Ashley, what's the most wild thing you've done to any kind of breed of dog? I'm thinking, like the poodles with the big pom poms, or the mastiffs. I don't know what you do to them. Maybe give them some kind of side bangs or something. Tell us about your favorite grooming job.
I definitely love grooming poodles because there's a lot of creativity involved with it. Like you said, sometimes we have big top knots on them. We'll do bell bottoms, stuff like that. I have dyed pets' hair.
I didn't even think about that.
Yes, we have pet safe hair dye for them. It's used all natural ingredients. So I have dyed some pets' hair. I will dye my own dogs too. It makes it fun. It makes them stand out from the rest. But again, I absolutely love when owners give me creativity to kind of do whatever I want. I would never dye your pet's hair without your permission. But sometimes it's fun to do a new hairdo, like a mohawk. I've done some mullets on some dogs. So there's some different trends that people find on the internet, and it's really fun to incorporate that into grooming here.
I love it. That's great. Ashley Sims, Ashley's at-home grooming. Thank you so much for sharing your story here with us on the WMAY Business in the 217.
Thank you so much for having me again. It's great to talk with you guys again.